Hey everyone, it's Nifty DGen, back at you again with another short tutorial, and this time we're going to rewind a little bit and just talk about how to resolve .sil domains within your applications. I recently did a video on how to resolve favorite domains. I'll be sure to link that in the video description below, and we can discuss how that fits into resolving domains as a whole. So let's dive into some code. You are looking at my link sharing application, which is going through a bit of a redesign, but I want to focus on this custom wallet connect button at the top right here. That is why my image is on the bottom. I'm actually not used to it this way, but we'll make it work. At the moment, you are just seeing an abbreviated public key of the wallet that's connected. This is fine, right? It works, but let's personalize our applications a bit more to fit our users and their Web3 identities by using their domains. Now, there are a few ways to do this. I'm going to show you how to do it using our SNS React library. If you want to use the SPL name service library, you can, but the functions from that library are asynchronous, so you'll want to use them in some kind of custom hook with state management. So the hooks we'll want from our SNS React library are going to be the use domains for owner hook, as well as the use favorite domain hook. Now you can see I've actually already set up the calls to these hooks, and I'm destructuring the results and loading state so that everything is nice and easy to read. So let me quickly set up a loading variable that will account for if the user domain list is loading as well as if the favorite domain is loading. That just looks something like this. Equals is user domain list loading or is favorite domain loading. And now I want to log the results from both of these calls to see what our data looks like. And I'm going to do that as long as we're not loading. And that just looks something like this. If not loading, console.log, user domain list, oops, and favorite domain. Great. So as you can see, the user domain list is just that. It is a list, it's an array of objects, and each object has both the public key of the domain as well as the domain as a string. Now, the favorite domain is set up very similarly, but it's not a list, it is just the object of the favorite domain itself. Again, it has the pub key as well as the domain as a string. So now that we know what the data looks like, let's get into this. Now in our applications, ideally we're using a user's favorite domain because this is the domain out of all the ones that they own that they've chosen to represent their Web3 identity. But if they don't have one set up, that's when we can use the use domains for owner hook response and just select one arbitrarily from that list. So let's do this. So I'm going to remove this log and I will set up a variable and we can call it fav or first. And that's basically, if there is a favorite domain, let's use it. Otherwise, I'm going to just pick the first one from the use domains for owner hook response. So I'll say, is there a favorite domain? Then let's use it. And otherwise, I'm going to use the first domain from the user domain list. Great. And now finally, for use in the wallet connect button, I want to see, do they have a favorite domain, or is there a list of domains that I can select one from? If the user doesn't have any domains at all yet, then I can just abbreviate their public key. So that'll look something like this. Const displayed user equals favor first. Let's use it. And then otherwise, favor first. And otherwise, I'll say abbreviate pub key, pass the public key, and I just want to abbreviate 4 spaces. And finally, let me make sure that we're using the displayed user within the rendering. That goes right here. And we should see that this updates to our favorite domain. If I didn't have a favorite domain set up, it would just default to, again, an arbitrarily selected domain. And if I don't have any domains at all, I would just be showing the user's wallet address abbreviated. And that's all there is to it, guys. Our SDKs make it really easy to integrate domains into your applications, and it is such a powerful personalization tool for users within your application. I really think it steps up the user experience. If you need help setting this up, we are on Twitter. We have a dedicated developer channel on Discord. You can reach out to us 24/7. There is someone around at any time zone to help answer questions. Let's get domains integrated in those applications. Until next time, intern out.